Hi everyone, I was able to get healthier by slowly getting into exercising. There were a lot of things I tried in the beginning when I first started to get into exercising. Some things worked, some things didn't work. I do have 6 tips for you that I think are helpful when getting into exercising. The first is to start small. Tip number 2 is set reasonable goals for yourself. 3, create a schedule. 4, switch it up. 5, reward yourself. And 6, update your goals. Let's start with tip number 1, which is to start small. It is important to start small, especially if you are like me and do not really exercise that much or aren't really active. You want to start small so you don't injure yourself. It's important to remember that. Some things I did when I first started exercising were taking the stairs instead of using the elevator, stretching, and walking with weights. Start small. This will help you build up to bigger exercises or exercising longer. If you are not sure where to start, look up YouTube videos for types of exercises you are interested in. Try some of them out to see which ones you like before really committing to something or paying for classes. Now let's discuss tip 2, which was to set reasonable goals for yourself. It is important to set reasonable goals for yourself that you are able to achieve. If you set a goal that is way out of reach, you can end up getting frustrated with yourself and give up on exercising. I'm going to tell you a little bit about my goal that I have recently reached, which was to consistently be able to jog at least 4 or 5 times a week. I reached this goal by setting smaller, more reasonable goals for myself. So I did set 4 of them. The first one was to walk 30 minutes with weights and stretch 5 times a week for 2 weeks. The second mini goal was to walk/jog for 30 minutes and stretch 5 times a week for 2 weeks. My third mini goal was to jog for 30 minutes and stretch 5 times a week for 2 weeks. And my fourth mini goal was to continue to jog 4 to 5 times a week and stretch each time I jogged. And then this time I did add abs to each workout, since having better abs does make you a better jogger and a better runner. And the reason why I stretched each time I worked out is to prevent myself from becoming injured. So by reaching these 4 smaller goals, I was able to reach my overall goal, which was to become a consistent jogger. Now let's talk about tip number 3, which is to create a schedule. It is important to create a workout schedule to help you stay on track and continue exercising. It can be simple, it doesn't have to be anything crazy. So let's start with my schedule. My schedule was to exercise Monday to Friday at 6 a.m. before work. I chose to work out in the morning because I knew I wasn't going to want to exercise after getting home from work or class, so I kept it simple and just decided I was going to work out Monday through Friday from 6 to about 7 a.m. Now keep in mind that you don't need to work out at the same time every day, and you do not need to work out for the same amount of time every day. If you have a busy schedule, like for example, this person has a busier schedule. They have to go to the bus stop in the morning, so they must have kids, or maybe they help their neighbors' kids get on the bus. Then they work all day, and then they have different activities they need to do at home. So you do not need to work out at the same time every day. If you have a busy schedule, maybe it's a good idea to map out your calendar and see where you can fit in exercising. So for example, let's look at this person's schedule. I probably wouldn't recommend working out in the morning since their day starts at 7:15 a.m. So let's look at the evening. So here on Monday, they could either fit working in maybe from 5 to 5:30. It doesn't have to be for a full hour. Or they can do something, after dinner maybe, maybe some stretching or some yoga, nothing too intense since they do have a meeting to go to. Then on Tuesday, after they get home from soccer practice, they can fit in a small workout. Wednesday, probably after football practice, I would say. Then Thursday again after soccer practice. And then Friday they have a little more flexibility. They can do it right when they come home or after dinner. So it doesn't have to be, same time every day, same length, same type of exercises. Just see what you can fit into your schedule. That's what's most important, is just to try to work out, at least 5 times a week or whatever number of times a week you want to work out for. Now let's talk about tip number 4, which is switch it up. If you find yourself getting bored of doing the same exercise routine over and over again, then switch it up. You don't want to get bored and give up on exercising. You can alternate between 2 or even 3 different exercise routines. This will help keep exercising fresh and fun for you. Now on to tip number 5, which is reward yourself. It is important to reward yourself, especially when you are first getting into exercising. Come up with a few rewards for yourself. The rewards will help you stay focused and motivated on exercising and getting healthier. Some of my rewards, for example, were when I reach this goal I set for myself, I will buy an article of workout clothing. That way I can have something more fun to work out in. Another goal I set for myself was if I go 3 weeks without skipping a workout, I can get McDonald's for myself. So that's kind of a food cheat for me if I continue to keep up with my workouts. Now on to the final tip, which is tip number 6, update your goals. Once you reach the goals you have set for yourself, set new goals. The new goals do not necessarily have to build off of the goals you have already achieved, but they can. Since I have achieved my goal of being able to consistently jog, I have set a new goal for myself, which is to someday participate in a marathon. I have already participated in a couple of 5Ks, so I am on my way to achieving my new goal. Overall, I believe these 6 tips will help you get into exercising and become healthier like they did for me. Thank you for watching. I hope you found this video helpful. Have a great day.